Thank you very much for coming here tonight. My name is Carrie Solages. I'm the legislator for the 3rd District, which includes Valley Stream North, Elmont, Franklin Square, West Hempstead, Belrose Terrace, and South Floral Park. Although tonight we are a little bit outside the geographical bounds of my district, 3rd District, this issue is an issue that's important to all of Valley Stream. So I'm very happy to begin here. Before we begin with anything, I think it's most appropriate that we begin with the pledge. So if we could please stand up and salute and recite the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you very much. Thank you. Whether or not we would have this meeting in American Legion, I think it's always appropriate to salute our flag. It's the best flag in the world, and it represents the best country in the world. We're proud to be an American. Thank you. Let's hear it for the United States. Yeah, absolutely. Only in America that we could be here tonight, and I believe also only in the 3rd District that we could have such a diverse and such a beautiful crowd as we have here tonight to discuss a very important issue. It's a beautiful night, ladies and gentlemen, out tonight. A beautiful night. I know some of the good-looking guys here tonight probably have some nice dates lined up, but you put that on hold. But you put that on hold in order to learn about a very important issue, and that has to be commended because these issues affect our daily life. Especially this issue. This is a very important issue that we need to discuss, a privatization of our sewer system. As you know, we have a sewer system, and whether or not that's owned by a public-private entity, that creates an important issue for you and your pocketbook. We all know in these tough economic times, we have to reserve every bit of residual or disposable income that we have. And to pay any extra fees, whether it's a water fee or a tax, it's very important. I visit the local shelters and other agencies that provide care for people. We have middle-class families who are seeking help in ways that they haven't before. For the first time since World War II, the median income for the American family has decreased. And what that represents is a little flicker in the American dream. And so as a legislator, it's my job to inform, to empower the community, to provide services that are very important. On April 26th, we'll be having a health fair at the Elmont Public Library in the morning, and I highly encourage for you to reach out to your fellow neighbors and to come out and to seek information, to learn what services are available to you. We pay the highest taxes, so you have to take advantage of the services you have available for you. Also in mid-May, I'm going to be bringing NACA, the National Association Community Assistance Program, to Nassau County to have a one-stop shop mortgage foreclosure seminar where you're going to get to learn if you have an affordable mortgage, to negotiate with the banks as to if they could bring down your rate, and 3, try to get an official agreement for that. So it's going to be a very important workshop, and I encourage you to come to that too. As the ranking member of economic development, it's my job to be focused on our economic status and our economic development, but there are short-term needs that as a legislator are concerned about, and so I'm very fortunate to have a very effective and responsive office, including Marianne Phillips. You raise your hand. When you call the office, she's a lovely lady that answers the phone, and with our help, a lot of people here in this room have been able to receive quick service, and also Hedrick Fayette, who's there also in the suit. So thank you very much for your assistance, and also I thank Legislator Solages, who's also here for her assistance. Tonight we have Legislator Dave Denenberg and Legislator Delia DeRiggi-Whitton here with us tonight, and we're going to be discussing a very important topic. As you know, our sewer system. On Monday at the legislature at 1 o'clock, April 16th, a very important item is up on the Rules Committee, and that is this contract that we have with Morgan Stanley. Morgan Stanley has been retained by the county executive to do the financial analysis and to also help set up procedurally what they intend to do, that is the sale of our sewer system. And I believe what NIFA believes, the Nassau Interim Finance Authority, that is a very bad economic decision for our county. Although it will be a one-shot cash infusion that will cover our budget deficit, long term it is not a good ideal for our county. You see, our bond rating is determined by our assets and our liabilities. And if we sell one of the most important assets that we have, it will lead to a negative bond rating, which will result to us paying more money into our debt services and then us not spending money where we need to spend, such as on our public safety, youth programs, and important needs that we have. And in addition, it's an environmental issue. If this private company is engaged in making a profit, they will then, why would a private company, buy a public utility? We have to ask ourselves that question. One, of course, they'll be concerned about making a profit by creating efficiencies, reducing the workforce, and raising rates. On average, we pay $200 for our water fees. Now that's a result of what some people in Dave Denenberg's district are paying in terms of fees such as $1,800. We should be concerned about that. Talking about real money here, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not trying to create fear here. I'm just presenting you the facts. The facts are that it's an additional expense that we cannot afford in this tough economy. As I said before, it's an environmental concern, and I'm going to have Legislator Delia DeRiggi-Whitton to explain more of that. Thank you.
I concur with what Carrie said. Our job as legislators are to basically represent our people and protect our people. Now, the idea of selling off one of our assets is a major concern because we all have one budget. Now, whether or not you're paying for the sewer through your county taxes, or whether you're paying a private company such as like LIPA for sewage things, your money is still coming from the same pocketbook, basically. And what our job is to make sure that even though the county might proclaim that they're going to be saving some money, we want to make sure it's not going to be costing you more money in the long run. And as Carrie said, this is going to be a private company coming in and purchasing our sewer district. They need a profit. They're going to want a profit. And the only way to get that profit is to cut services and possibly charge more, which I really think is going to happen. So the savings for the county also has to show a savings to you. And in my opinion, this does not show a savings to you. It puts at risk a higher cost for you. The other thing that Carrie also mentioned, which is what I'm very concerned about, is a few of our water treatment plants have been okayed for something called fracking water. I'm sure you've all heard of fracking. It's the new way of getting some energy out of the ground. And what they do is when they do that, there's a waste that comes out of it. And they're not even be able to tell us what's in this water. There's no definite idea of what chemicals are involved. However, sewage treatment plants such as the one in Glen Cove has been approved to process this water. Now, we're going to try to stop that as much as possible, but once a private company is involved, I'd have to think that to process all these chemicals, they would be paying a tremendous amount of money, especially since many other areas are banning them. So we would basically lose control over something that is going to be bringing water right into our oceans, and in my case, Glen Cove. We have a creek that we just spent 20 years cleaning up, and now their idea is to bring this contaminated water to Glen Cove. So I'm vehemently opposed to this idea. It's, once again, like Carrie said, it's a quick fix. I'm really still not even convinced that it will save up the taxpayers any money. And before we do this, we really want to be educated, and that's why we're here tonight, to educate you as well. So thank you for hosting this, Carrie. And
thank you. Thank you. I want to go back to a point that I mentioned before. On Monday at the Nassau County Legislature at 1 o'clock, I really need your assistance in coming down to the legislature and asking questions. Just as we asked, many people here in this room asked many poignant questions about the consolidation plan that we experienced in the last month, we have to ask similar questions about this plan. What difference does it make if this sewer system is owned by a private company? How will that affect my household income? These are important issues that we have to ask and we have to raise, and we have to bring truth to power as to the concerns that we have in our household. As you may know, Morgan Stanley has been retained at a rate of $200,000 a quarter to analyze this deal. And if this deal goes through, they gain a fee of $5 million. Now, NYPA has clearly said that, again, Nassau Interim Finance Authority, the NYPA board has clearly said that this is a bad economic decision for our county. Well, if they said that, why would we go through with retaining them to do this analysis?